What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over and talking about some of your best 3-and-D players right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Some cards that you can plug and play at each of these positions are basically the shooting guard, small forward positions primarily that can help you win at the very highest level. Now, this is just my personal opinion, and again, this is obviously subject to change. So this is a list that I came up with of cards that, you know, at the Sapphire tier, maybe in Salary Cap, or Pink Diamond tier, maybe in Showdown, that you guys can plug and play to help you win at the very highest level. Start with some Salary Cap options. First guy I want to talk about is Sapphire Robert Covington. I personally don't use this card in Salary Cap, but his salary's, I think, relatively cheap because I see him a lot. 86 3-ball, great defensively at 6'9". I mean, if you go back to 2K20, I mean, Robert Covington was literally like my favorite card each and every time the card came out in the game. At this stage, I still think Robert Covington is elite. 6'9", green shots, obviously good speed, really solid defensively. No real flaws in Roko whatsoever. Another salary cap option that's more of an offensive card than a defensive card is Kelly Oubre Jr. I still don't mind his defense if you badge him up, though. 87 speed, that's the best and most important defensive stat there is. Solid enough perimeter, and he's going to knock down shots as well. Outside of that, doesn't give you a whole ton, but again, those couple of things is what makes Kelly Oubre Jr. really solid. And honestly, again, at the shooting guard position, could give you a little bit more than just a spot up option on the offensive end of the court. Next up, a card I haven't really talked about a ton on the channel, but needs to be talked about is Bilal Coulibaly. This card is extremely good, as is released on Clique. Normal leaner, 89 3-ball, 86 speed, but really solid defensively. And again, if you look at his hot spots, you're going to like him as well. I just don't see the downsides of Coulibaly whatsoever. I think this card gives you a ton on the court. He's only 195 pounds, so his player build's kind of weird at 6'8", but overall, this card gives you a ton as a 3-and-D option. And again, the 90 driving dunk is just icing on the cake. Gonna green shots, 89 3-ball, super high, really solid defense defensively. Coulibaly deserves his respect. Next up, getting a little more expensive to the Amethyst tier, we've got Trey Murphy. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, offensively 88 3-ball, 89 speed, solid interior perimeter, release-wise Trey Murphy base. 95 driving dunk obviously is decent as well, but has Hall of Fame set shot specialist, solid defensive badges, is 6'8" at the 3. Do I wish some of these other defensive stats were higher, like the steal and block? Absolutely. You know, I do wish those things were higher. But like I've said before, speed is the most important defensive stat, and Trey Murphy has that at an 89, which is really solid on this game. Another 3-and-D option that is another Amethyst card is TyDeBo Cephalosha. I used to run this card so much on, I think it was my main account that I actually, used TyDeBo. 93 ball, great defense with 88 speed. Is his release, the best? Not necessarily, but it's not horrible. Like, TyDeBo's release is really solid enough to use on this game. Normal Leemner, 88 3-ball, but look at the defensive stats. 85 interior, 94 perimeter, 93 steal, Hall of Fame off-ball best. There's just no real downsides to TyDeBo Cephalosha. He's going to knock down shots. He's going to play solid defense. What more can you want out of an Amethyst card at this stage in my team? I don't think you can get a whole lot more. Because the other guy that just came out in Season 4 as an Amethyst, that is our other best budget option defensively, is Herb Jones. And honestly, I like TyDeBo more. But I need to talk about Herb Jones. 75 3-ball, just too low. 85 speed. But his defensive stats is great. If he had like an 88, 89 speed, I would gas up this Herb Jones even more. But that speed rating being an 82 just holds him back a little bit. So Herb Jones probably cheaper than TyDeBo. I don't know at the time I am recording this, but I will say, Cephalosha to me is the better option. Another 3-and-D option that honestly is a main reason I recommend, if you are balling on a budget to go grind out domination, is Trevor Ariza. 6'8", small forward, has Trevor Ariza base, Pro 3 leaner, okay, normal dribble style, okay, 89 3-ball, 90 speed, good interior perimeter, Hall of Fame challenger, interceptor, off ball, best set shot specialist, slippery off ball. 90 speed, 92 perimeter, 89 3 ball at 6'8". I mean, a perfect 3-and-D guy to plug into your lineup. And these guys, all of these guys, are guys that can fit any squad. Even if you have, let's say, the best squad in the game, you could still run Trevor Reeves at the 3, and he is going to be just fine. Another diamond card came out a couple of weeks ago that I really do like is DeMarre Carroll. I mean, he's only a 92 overall. A lot of times when you see 92 overalls, they're not great. This card is great. 89 3 ball, 91 speed, defensively all 90 or above. Hall of Fame challenger, interceptor, off-ball pass. Brandon Goodwin base, which is elite. Basic dribble style is troll. You're not going to move with DeMarre Carroll. He can't really dribble at all. But he can shoot the ball, and he can play great defense. At 6'8" at the small forward position, that is the epitome of a 3-and-D player in my team. DeMarre Carroll can help you win at the highest level, and I think he's like 20,000 coins still to this day, which is just so cheap for what the card does provide. Up next, another diamond card. We've got Luol Deng Diamond. Now, I will say this. Is Luol Deng better than DeMarre Carroll? They're different cards. DeMarre Carroll's got a quicker, better release. Luol Deng's going to be better defensively. 6'9", way better defensive badges. Defensive stats, DeMarre Carroll's probably, honestly, better. I do think, when you're comparing the cards, they're about the same. I don't know who the overall better option is. Again, DeMarre Carroll's going to have a quicker release. Luol Deng's going to be taller, longer, wider defensively with better badges. It's close. But Luol Deng is a 3-and-D player. Offensively, he gives you not much else on the court. His movement is horrible. His release, honestly, it's fine. You can green with it, but he's got to be wide open. It's not like he can be your primary ball handler. He can spot up on the court. That's about it offensively. Defensively, he is going to be really solid for you. The last card I want to talk about today is one some people got because obviously he was in the game for the Triple Threat Park event. That is Ron Artest. 6'7", 6'11 wingspan, 87 3 ball, 92 speed, and just perfect defensively. If you've got Ron Artest, you can play this card until literally endgame. And I'm not saying he's going to be the best card come, July. But I'm telling you, he's going to be able to be on the court and you're going to be just fine. Because he's got a good release. He's going to play solid defense and be just fine. And honestly, if you want to talk about some other Pink Diamond options that are here, you can talk about a guy like Rudy G. No, I don't think he's perfect defensively. But he is a 3-and-D player. 6'8", good player build. And he's going to knock down shots. Not necessarily as good defensively as a guy like Ron Artest, though, who I do think deserves to be really hyped up as maybe, honestly, one of the best 3-and-D options in the entire game. So I went through and talked about just some guys that I like. Obviously, there are way more, cards that you guys can look at as 3-and-D options, like even this Diamond Lou Dort. I didn't really talk about him a ton, but if you still are running him, he is a really great 3-and-D option for you guys. Obviously, Draymond Green, domination reward from last season. I've actually still got him on my main account, and he is still running. So those are, some different options, some different guys that you guys can, plug in, talk about. Gerald Wallace, another great 3-and-D option. So the list does continue to go on. I just talked about some of the main ones that I see that you guys can be running as far as 3-and-D players. Ruby, Jimmy Butler, Scottie Pippen could be added to the list, although I just don't love the speed rating of the cards. But that is going to wrap it up for my video today. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.